Hello class, how are you? I hope you all are good. Today we'll start with a new chapter, Internet Services and Safety. So all of us using internet in some form or the other. The internet, which simply means net, is one of the global network which connects millions and trillions of computers together. We can share information, we can access information, we can pay bills, we can book our movies and do many sort of things through internet. So in this chapter we learn more about that, more about the social security, online security and being a digital citizen. So let's plug in the chapter. Internet. Uses of internet. Ways to connect to the internet. How internet works. Internet services. Online security. Netiquettes. Let's just start the chapter.
Internet. The Internet, also called the net, is one of the largest networks that links millions or trillions of computers all over the world. In our present time, many of us are already using Internet for our daily lives. It is widely used research tool, providing us with access to global information and instant communication. The www and email are the two most widely used services. The Internet offers many facilities at our fingertips. Using Internet, we can send messages to others, meet new friends, do banking, make investments, do shopping, fill prescriptions, file taxes, play games, listen to music or watch movies. The biggest advantage of the Internet is that we can access it from a computer anywhere. Uses of Internet. We can use Internet for a variety of purposes. Some of these are communication, email, blogs, social networking sites, chat rooms, forums, online services, online shopping, e-commerce, leisure and entertainment, online games, live music, e-books, OTT platforms, exploration, navigation, travel sites, weather forecasting, live webcams. Ways to connect to the Internet. There are two ways to connect to the Internet: dial-up connection and broadband connection. Internet works on varied bandwidth, slow-speed dial-up connection or high-speed broadband connection. Dial-up connection. A dial-up connection is a slow-speed Internet connection. With dial-up access, we can use a computer, a dial-up modem and a regular telephone line to dial into an ISP internet service provider. Dial-up access provides an easy and inexpensive way for users to connect to the Internet. Some of the leading ISPs include Jio, Airtel, etc. Broadband connection. A broadband connection is a high-speed technology. With broadband service, computer is usually connected to the Internet the entire time it is powered on. Through broadband Internet service, we can download web pages quickly, play online games, communicate in real time with others and do much more. Many homes, schools and business users connect to the Internet via a high-speed broadband Internet service which can be wired or wireless. Look at the following broadband Internet services. Digital Subscriber Line DSL. It provides high-speed Internet connection using regular telephone lines. Fiber to the premises FTTP. It uses fiber optic cable to provide high-speed Internet access to users. Cable Internet service. It provides high-speed Internet access through the cable television network via a cable modem. Fixed wireless, it provides high-speed Internet connection using a dish-shaped antenna to communicate with a tower via radio signals. Cellular radio network, it offers high-speed Internet connection to devices with built-in compatible technology or computers with wireless modems. Satellite Internet service, it provides high-speed Internet connection via satellite to a satellite dish that communicates with a satellite modem. Wi-Fi wireless fidelity, This network uses radio signals to provide high-speed internet connection to wireless computers and devices. Hotspot is a wireless network that provides internet connections to mobile computers and devices. Most of the public locations, such as shopping malls, shops, restaurants, airports and hotels have Wi-Fi hotspots. Although most hotspots enable unrestricted or open access, some require a password in order to connect to the internet. Many users can share and provide wireless internet connections by creating their own Wi-Fi hotspot through a communications device like router that is connected to a broadband internet service. Some users create mobile hotspots through mobile broadband internet service via a tethered internet-capable device. Tethering transforms a smartphone or internet-capable device into a portable communications device that shares its internet access with other computers and devices wirelessly. How Internet works. Internet is a network which is divided into two parts. Servers are the main computers. They store and share information with other servers over the internet. We all can use this information. Client, it is a device or software used to access the internet. PC, mobile phone or web browser can be client. We can connect to the internet by using Internet Service Provider ISP. ISP server provides the link between the browser and the internet. ISP server is connected to other internet servers. These other servers are known as host servers. A data travels across the internet with the help of the IP Internet Protocol address. Computers use set of rules to communicate with each other. This set of rules is called protocol. The IP address is used to transfer the information over the internet. The most commonly used protocols are Internet Protocol IP and Transmission Control Protocol TCP. These protocols are commonly known as TCP/IP protocols. When we send an email to our friend, message is broken into small packets. These packets travel across the network. Each packet can carry maximum 1500 bytes. Every packet has a wrapper. This wrapper tells what kind of data is in the packet, where did the data come from and where is it going. Different packets from the same message don't have to follow the same path. This makes internet faster because if one pathway is clogged with traffic, packets can go through different route. Packets travel from one machine to another until they reach their destination. When computer receives these packets, it assembles the packets and recreates the message. Internet services. Internet provides different types of services. Some important services provided by the internet have become commonplace, like email, message apps, sharing photos on the web, using web app through cloud storage, social networking, sharing ideas through blogging, virtual meeting through video conferencing, e-commerce, e-banking, e-learning, searching information on internet, etc. These common services allow people to become a part of the much bigger world. Electronic mail, email. Most commonly known as email, electronic mail started as an afterthought to the internet. Today, email holds the number one position as the most popular service offered on the internet. A protocol for sending, receiving and storing electronic messages, email has become the preferred method of communication. Email can be delivered instantly anywhere across the globe. We can send email to multiple recipients at the same time. We can attach documents, files, pictures, images, audio-video files to email for free. Email is used for advertising of business and products. Email service is one of the most secure and reliable ways of communicating online. Message apps. WhatsApp Messenger is a mobile messaging app available for smartphones and other internet-enabled devices. WhatsApp uses internet connection of our device to message and call friends and family. By using WhatsApp, we can send and receive messages, calls, photos, videos and voice messages. We can enjoy group chats and videos with our contacts and stay in touch. We can also send and receive WhatsApp messages right from our computer browser through WhatsApp web. Telegram is an instant messenger app similar to WhatsApp that gives us a simple way to communicate with all of our contacts. Its main focus is on security and speed. It was launched for iOS on 14th August 2013 and Android on 20th October 2013. Google Hangouts is a free chat service that allows its members to participate in text, voice or video chat. The chat can be in the form of one-to-one conversation or group chat involving 10 people at the most. It can be easily installed and used on laptops, desktops and mobile devices. This application is available for different operating systems including Windows, Android and iOS. Sharing photos on the web. We can share our digital photographs with friends, family and relatives after signing up with photo sharing site. This enables us to upload digital photos that can then be viewed, rated, tagged or commented upon by other people. Web application. A web app is an application stored on a web server that we access through a browser. We can interact with web apps directly on a website, sometimes referred to as the host. Web app hosts usually provide storage for our data and information on their servers known as cloud storage. Many web app hosts provide free access to their software, while others offer part of their web app free and charge for access to more comprehensive services. Google Docs Editors is an example of web app. Social networking. It is a service that enables us to connect with people who share similar professional interests. The main purpose of using social networking sites is to keep track of what is going on in the lives of friends, family and colleagues, especially the people whom we do not meet regularly. Some of the famous social networking sites are Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, etc. Blogging. Blogging refers to writing, photography, and other media that is self-published online. It is an exciting and dynamic medium by which we can publish our ideas, opinions and stories online. With millions of blogs available on the internet, we can read what others have published. A weblog is a website that consists of a frequently updated collection of information and entries. Most blogs focus on a particular topic or subject area, although in a majority of blogs the subject is the person writing the blog. The entries that appear on a blog are called posts and the act of publishing a blog is called posting. A single person who maintains many blogs is known as a blogger. Blogger www.blogger.com Typepad www.typepad.com, etc. are some of the famous blog hosting services. Video conferencing. Video conferencing is a method of communicating with the help of telecommunication technologies. A video conference is a live meeting of two or more geographically separated people who use a network or the internet to transmit audio and video data. For this, all we need is a video conferencing software and multimedia computer along with a microphone, speakers and a video camera attached or built in a computer. As we speak, members of the meeting hear our voice on their speakers. Anything in front of the video camera such as a person's face appears in a window on each participant's screen. Zoom and Skype are popular video conferencing apps. E-commerce. Electronic commerce. E-commerce, sometimes called a business, is a financial business transaction that occurs over an electronic network. Anyone with a computer or mobile device connected to internet and a means to pay credit card, debit card, etc. for purchasing goods or services can participate in e-commerce. Shopping, auctions, finance, travel, entertainment and health are the popular uses of e-commerce. Amazon, Myntra, Snapdeal and Alibaba are the examples of e-commerce websites. E-banking. E-banking or electronic banking is a service by which a customer can perform banking transactions electronically without visiting the bank physically, that is, availing the banking services through internet. In internet banking system, the bank has a centralized database that is web-enabled. We can access our banking information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Its features include range of financial transactions through the website, that is, electronic funds transfer for retail purchases, automatic teller machines ATMs, and automatic payroll deposits and bill payments. E-learning. E-learning or electronic learning is the delivery of learning and training through digital resources. The COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in schools shut all across the world, which changed education forever dramatically, with the distinctive rise of e-learning. Although e-learning is based on formalized learning, it is provided through electronic devices such as computers, tablets, and even cellular phones that are connected to the internet. This makes it easy for users to learn anytime and from anywhere, with few restrictions. Google Classroom, Elucidat, Adobe Captivate, Dozbo are some popular e-learning platforms. Searching information on internet. The internet is a worldwide resource of information. People use the internet to search for specific information, including text, pictures, music and videos. People use it as a search tool to locate information. The World Wide Web (WWW) or simply web is a means of accessing and sharing information over the internet. It contains millions of documents called web pages. Each page contains text, graphics, video, audio and links to other web pages called hyperlinks. To access and traverse through these web pages, one requires a software program called web browser. The most popular browsers are Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, and Internet Explorer. A is search engine, a program that finds websites, web pages, images, videos, news, maps, and other information related to a specific topic. Search engines are particularly helpful in locating web pages on certain topics or in locating specific pages for which we do not know the exact URL web address. Search engines require a word or phrase called search text that describes the information we want to find. Many search engines use a program called Spider to display a list of all web pages that contain the word or phrase we entered. Also called crawler or bot, a spider reads pages on websites in order to create a list or index of hits. Each hit in the list has a link that, when clicked, displays an associated website or web page. Most search engines sequence the hits based on how close the words in the search text are to one another, in the titles and descriptions of the hits. Thus, the first few links probably contain more relevant information. Google, Bing, Yahoo, Dogpile, etc. are some popular search engines. Online security. Protecting ourselves is important when we want to send personal information like our bank account or credit card number over the internet. Protecting ourselves means understanding and preventing a number of security and privacy problems. Online security is to establish rules and measures to use against attacks over the internet. These include problems with spyware, viruses, pop-up ads, saved passwords, cookies, and insecure sites. Spyware. Spyware is a software program that gets installed on our computer without our knowledge or consent. This program secretly gathers data from our computer, steals our passwords, displays advertisements, and takes control of our web browser. To remove the spyware from our computer, we need to install an anti-spyware program. Viruses. Viruses are programs which are created deliberately to damage data. A virus can badly affect or infect our computer without our knowledge and alter the working of the computer. Once a virus is installed on our computer, our files and operating system may be damaged. Very few viruses are harmless. They display only a simple message. But most viruses are very harmful. They destroy data or even the entire hard disk, crashing our computer or hijacking our computer to attack other computers. Viruses attach themselves to program files and move with them from disk to disk. To block viruses or remove a virus from our computer, we need to install an antivirus program. Pop-up ads. Pop-up ad is a sort of advertisement that disturbs our web browsing by appearing in a separate browser window on top of over our current window. Pop-ups are irritating and may also be dangerous because clicking items in the pop-up window can cause spyware or viruses to be installed on our computer. We can use a pop-up blocker to block pop-up ads in the browser. Saved passwords. When we add username and password to log in to a particular website, Internet Explorer or Firefox sometimes displays a prompt message that offers to remember the password we have written. If we click on Yes and then access the website in future, the web browser bypasses the login page and takes us directly to the site. Unfortunately, this also means that anyone else who uses our computer can access the site. Therefore, we should click on No when our web browser asks to remember the password. Cookies. Cookies are small text messages that a web browser stores on our computer to keep track of websites. Cookies can also store usernames and passwords as well as our credit card data. If possible, do not let the site save the data. Most modern browsers allow users to decide whether to accept cookies and the time frame to keep them, but rejecting cookies makes some websites unreadable. Secure site indicators. At the start of the web address URL of a secure web page, HTTPS rather than HTTP appears. The web browser will usually display a lock or key on the screen if it is a secured web page. Sometimes, the web browser displays a dialog box that alerts us to the fact that we are viewing a web page that is completely secure or unsecure. Netiquettes. Internet has changed our lives in many positive ways, but it also has a dark side. Netiquettes are the set of rules to be followed while using the internet. We should practice few techniques to foil attempts to steal our personal data. Let's learn about them. Never reveal your address, phone number, or any other personal information to a stranger in a chat room. There is a chance that he/she may not be the person he/she is claiming to be. Never agree to meet an online friend alone. If you go to meet a person, take an elder with you and arrange to meet at a public place like a restaurant or mall. All information available on the internet is not correct. So, verify the information through multiple sources before using it. Throwback. Internet is the largest network that connects millions of computers worldwide. A dial-up access provides an easy and inexpensive way for users to connect to the internet. Broadband internet service is the fastest way to connect to internet. Some important services provided by the internet have become commonplace, like email, messaging apps, sharing photos on the web, using web app through cloud storage, social networking, sharing ideas through blogging, virtual meeting through video conferencing, e-commerce, e-banking, e-learning, searching information on internet, etc. Protecting ourselves means understanding and preventing a number of security and privacy issues. These include problems with spyware, viruses, pop-up ads, saved passwords, cookies and insecure sites.